Good morning, students. So today we are going to solve the next question, that is question number 6. Write the following functions in simplest form. So we have already discussed about the simplest form in question number 5. So here is the next question of exercise 2.2. Tan inverse 1 upon under root of x square minus 1 where mod of x is greater than 1. Okay, that is the under root must be of positive value, that is a real number. So now we have to put this x, right? X equals to any trigonometric functions, but to make sure the trigonometric functions should be equated so that x square minus 1 becomes the standard identity. For example, if I put x equals to sec theta, x equals to sec theta, then sec square theta minus 1 becomes tan square theta, and tan square theta, that is 1 upon tan, becomes cot theta, and cot can be connected to tan because whatever function is here, the tan inverse is here. So we have to reduce this expression so that it comes in terms of tan only. Okay, so we have two options whenever like either sec theta or cosec theta, because if we put cosec theta, then cosec square theta minus 1 is also becomes cot square theta, that is cot theta, or 1 upon cot tan theta. Okay, so you have choice either sec theta or cosec theta. So whenever there is a term like x square minus 1, so make sure either sec theta or cosec theta can be put only. Okay, as we have already learned, if there is x square plus 1, so we have to put x equal to tan theta, right? As in question number 5, that is previous question, we have already discussed. So now put x equal to sec theta. So we are taking sec theta. So then theta will be sec inverse x. You can solve same question by putting cosec theta, you will get the answer. So this implies tan inverse 1 upon under root of sec square theta minus 1 implies tan inverse 1 upon sec square theta minus 1 equals to what? Under root tan square theta, that is under root removed 1 upon tan theta, and this will be tan inverse 1 upon tan equals to cot theta, and because there is tan inverse, so we have to reduce this cot theta into in terms of tan. So use complementary angle property, that is tan pi by 2 minus theta. So tan inverse tan pi by 2 minus theta we already studied, this is the property. So by inverse trigonometric function property we will get pi by 2 minus theta, and pi by 2 minus theta means sec inverse x. So substitute the value of this theta, sec inverse x, and we can also write pi by 2 minus sec inverse x equals to cosec inverse x. So you can write your answer pi by 2 minus this, or you can write cosec inverse x. Okay, so this is the question number 6. Now let's solve the question number 7. In all these questions we have to simplify the terms and get the simplest form. So we have to use trigonometric identities studied in class 11th. So chapter 3 you must revise, that is all identity which had already taught in class 11th. So tan inverse under root 1 minus cos x upon under root of 1 plus cos x. So in the same question we have to simplify this. So in order to simplify 1 minus cos x or 1 plus cos x, so always make sure if there is 1 plus or minus and cos x coming, so we have cos x 4 identities. Okay, so we have to use the identity for which this 1 cancel out. So cos x we will use 1 minus 2 sin x square x by 2. If we use this identity, then 1 over 1 will be cancelled out. So this is our target, that we have to simplify so that this one is also cancelled out. So this time we need the another identity of cos x, 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1, and we have also one more identity cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2, and the fourth one is 1 minus tan square x by 2 upon 1 plus tan square x by 2. So there are four identities of the single trigonometric function cos x. So we have to use appropriate one so that this one cancel out. So for cancellation of one, we have only sin and cos square x by 2. Two identities are there. So on simplifying this, 1 over 1 cancel. So we'll get under root of 2 sin square x by 2 divided by 1 over 1 cancel 2 cos square x by 2. Now 2 over 2 cancel. So tan inverse sin square by cos square tan square x by 2 and under root cancel. So we get only tan x by 2 and by property only x by 2, which is the answer. Okay. So we just have used only the properties of trigonometric function. 7th question number 8. In 8th, standard identity is being formed here if we divide the given question by cos x. So I am dividing the numerator and denominator by cos x. Right? Cos x minus sin x upon cos x, same way cos x plus sin x upon cos x. So these two terms are different. That is, we have divided numerator and denominator by cos x. Why? The question arises, why cos x? Why not any other trigonometric function? See, this thing will be cleared in just next line. I mean, in this step, it would be cleared why I have taken cos. See, on separating the terms, we'll get 1 minus sin by cos tan x, same as cos or cos cancel 1 plus sin by cos tan x. I think you got the little ideas, because here is tan and we have to reduce this entire function in terms of tan. So if we divide this cos x throughout numerator will get tan x. Now again this 1 can be written as tan pi by 4 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x, and into we can write 1 because product makes the same, and in place of 1 we can write tan pi by 4. Now clearly we find identity is formed, that is tan x minus tan y upon 1 plus tan x tan y, which means tan pi by 4 minus x. That is the identity of tan x minus y, tan x minus tan y upon 1 plus tan x into tan y. So again we are using identity. So you must learn the identity of trigonometric function in chapter 3. So tan inverse tan by property cancel. So pi by 4 minus x. Pi by 4 minus x is the required answer. Right? So we have discussed your 4 questions. The question number 9, substitute x equal to a sin theta or a cos theta, because here a is coming, so we have to take a also. So and after that we will take a common, a square outside. So this becomes 1 minus sin square theta or 1 minus cos square theta. Since we need tan, because in question there is a tan inverse. So just think a sin theta or a cos theta. These are two options. Okay. So try yourself. Same as question number 10. Put x equal to a tan theta. X equal to a tan theta. Now you will find an identity will be found of tan 3 theta. Okay. So these questions are related to the trigonometric identities. So do yourself. Having doubt you will ask. Now I am solving question number 11. Tan inverse 2 cos or 2 sin inverse 1 by 2. So exercise 2.1 will be used here. 2 cos, now 2 as it is. See, sine inverse 1 by 2. So we have to simplify this term, sine inverse 1 by 2, and we know that this becomes theta, assuming that sin theta equal to 1 by 2, and this is the value of sine 30 degree, that is pi by 6. On comparing, theta equal to pi by 6, and this pi by 6 must belong to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That is the principal value branch, PVB. Make sure in such function sin inverse 1 by 2, whatever calculation is done, that is whatever angle is coming, it must be belonging to the principal value branch. So the value of sin inverse 1 by 2 equals to theta, and theta means we have calculated pi by 6. Okay, so substitute the value of this pi by 6. This is not the rough calculation. Okay, this is the fair calculation. You can do similarly simultaneously against the question. Now cancel 2 cos pi by 3, and cos pi by 3 is what? Cos 60 means pi by 1 by 2, or tan inverse 1. That is, again you can simplify it the same way, or you can write pi by 4, because tan pi by 4 equals to 1. So in place of 1 you can write tan pi by 4, and by property pi by 4 is lying in the principal value branch, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 open interval. Okay, and hence this is the answer. So the good question for 2 marks. Now question number 12. Use the identity in the bracket tan inverse A plus cot inverse A equals to pi by 2, and cot pi by 2 becomes 0. So one step question. In question number 13, tan 1 by 2 sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square. This is the identity of 2 tan inverse x, right? Plus cos inverse 1 minus y square upon 1 plus y square. This is again the identity of 2 tan inverse y. Now take 2 outside. Okay, so this 1 by 2 are to cancel, and in the bracket we will get tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So use the identity of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, that is tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy, and outside there is tan, so the simplest form will be x plus y upon 1 minus xy, hence the result. So very easy questions you can solve. Now 14th one, we have given sin inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x equals to 1. Good question for 1 mark. Okay, important, asked in board 1 mark. Then find the value of x. We need to find the value of x. So sin inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x equals to operating sin inverse both sides. So sin inverse, this will be 1, that is pi by 2, and here by property only this term will come, sin will be cancelled out. Okay, this implies sin inverse 1 by 5 equals to transposing this cos inverse x in the right hand side. So by using property, this pi by 2 minus cos inverse x equals to sin inverse x, as we have the identity sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. In fact, we have already proved. On comparing, do not cancel. Okay, on comparing, x equals to 1 by 5, which is the result. So this is the important question asked in board exams. In 15th, very simple, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Apply the identity and get the value. Okay, in 3-4 steps. Having doubt, you can ask. Now the next 16th, sin inverse sin 2 pi by 3. Generally, the students write this answer directly, sin inverse sin x equal to x, that is 2 pi by 3. Most of the students generally looking at the problem and sin inverse sin by property, the angle will come so 2 pi by 3. But this is not true. This is wrong. Why? Can you answer? Because this does not belong to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, which is the principal value branch of sine inverse function. Clear? So 2 pi by 3 cannot be the answer of this. We have to reduce this angle, okay, by using quadrant rule. So let us simplify this. This is the important type questions, and even 2-3 questions are there in the miscellaneous exercise also. Okay, so always make sure whatever value is coming, it should be belonging to the principal value branch. So now sine inverse, this sine 2 pi by 3 can be written as pi minus pi by 3. Check. Pi minus pi by 3 means 2 pi by 3. So equals to, now use sine pi minus theta, that is second quadrant. So sine pi minus theta equal to sine theta. This is the quadrant rule. Sine pi minus theta equal to sine theta. Second quadrant. Okay, we are using ASTC. That is chapter 3. You must have to revise. Okay, for this chapter. So now the answer is pi by 3. Why? Because this belongs to that interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So make sure whatever angle is coming, it must be belonging to this interval. Okay, because here the questions are based upon the principal value branch. So whenever any angle is not lying in the principal value branch, we will use the quadrant rule. Okay, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, as per the angles. Okay, same as 17, 3 pi by 4. So pi minus pi by 4 can be used, that is pi minus theta. Point 10, angle also lying in minus, so you can write the answer. Same as 19, 20. Okay, so do solve these questions, and if you have any doubt, you can ask. I hope you got the process, got the ideas to solve the questions. Thank you very much.